Hi everyone, it's Carrie. We are at Crate and Barrel today. I love this store. We are going to go in and check out what's new. If you are new here, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back everyone. I am happy that you're all here. This location is in Tampa, Florida. It is a huge store. So excited to take you all around. We're going to browse, we're going to check out furniture, home decor. One of my favorite things in the store was that the price tags were huge. Comes in right about $3,100, and that's with the fabric shown there. But this is the Mallorca collection, so you can check that out. They've got all sorts of different pieces, different colors, so that way you can customize it. All of these are outdoor pillows. You could even use them indoor though, right? But I love that we have big price tags. The pillows are beautiful. The quality, the detail, they are all the outdoor fabric. So that's why you're going to see a little bit of an elevated price. And Crate and Barrel is a higher end store. So you're getting quality. We've purchased from Crate and Barrel over the years and absolutely love it. So this little fish pillow made me laugh because if you watched my Birch Lane video, do you remember that piece of artwork? Did that fish not look the same? I think I need that piece of artwork and that fish pillow. I love the coastal that they have in the store. I would say that their coastal decor is elevated coastal decor, like more elegant. This table, how cool is that? It looks like it's floating the way that they have that set up. So when you're standing up above, it has that kind of floating look. Very modern. I love that set. So this is the Marin. These dishes here are the Marin. They are the outdoor melamine plastic. I actually have that set in a beautiful blue. How stunning. I love this tablescape. So beautiful. The backyard, these look like they're marble, but they're not. Definitely an outdoor safe material. Super pretty. That's so pretty. And again, these are not breakable, so these are totally good for outside. It's your outdoor collection over here. All of these cups, these are all plastic. And they're a really good plastic too. I love when a plastic cup looks like it's glass. So you've got $6 for that. We've got $20 for the chargers right here. I like these placemats. And they're real sturdy, real firm. And then we've got our serving bowls. So this is the Marin set in white. $12. They're really nice big dinner dishes. I have that set both in the ceramic and the plastic. So these I thought were super awesome. They look absolutely like wood, but they're not. They're plastic. So those are $11. They've got the plates. They've got the serving bowls. I loved the look of that set. Also really loved this. So if you're big into charcuterie boards or kind of grazing boards, this, it's because it's plastic, it's super washable. So you could really kind of put honey, whatever. You don't have to worry about things soaking into the woods. That is $45. I think that is a really great piece. There's a little serving trio. Again, looks like it is that kind of marbly material. There were some fun items. I love these. They look like paper plates. And then there's even little hot dogs. Aren't these fun little hot dog? It looks just like the paper hot dog holders, but they're plastic, so reusable. I love that. $40. That is a huge serving bowl. I also love the detail on the side of that one. More placemats. This one's a little bit on the softer side, but still a very firm, sturdy placemat. So Crate and Barrel has, I think, way more selection in terms of dishes, entertaining ware, things like that compared to a Pottery Barn. Sorry, I was looking at these chairs. These are really nice. And I apologize, I blurred on accident the price tag on that one, but let's take a look at the chair. The table has that live edge along the side. I think that's really fun. The dishes are gorgeous. Flatware. This is all very pretty. There's a little travertine. I love that little place card holder. Gorgeous candle holders. Let's see what else. Travertine napkin ring holder. I also loved that one. And those tall chrome silver candle holders, I love those. So I need an opinion. What are your thoughts on a banquette kind of seating like this? Now this one had loose pillows with it. I think I would opt for one that does not have loose pillows. But we're really thinking for our current, we have a big round kitchen table that I still have in storage. I have one more storage thing in Texas. The only way that round table is going to fit here, honestly, in any of the houses in Florida because they're a little bit smaller, is to use a banquette like that. So I'm torn. I love the look. I also love these chairs. These are so cool. And again, you can pick different fabrics. The style on this chair, so fun. It was also very comfortable. That is the Via dining chair. Some other dining chairs over here. So it's the same chairs, just different styles. So you can do chair height, counter height, bar height, and then you can pick what fabrics you want for that. So very customizable. Flatware, I'm still on the hunt for flatware. I kind of like this one. This one's also really nice. Has kind of a bit of like a teardrop look for that one. So 5-piece 70, 20-piece 280. That's a satin finish. I prefer the polished finish. So very square. There's a mirror finish on that one. Mirror finish on that one, also very square. So maybe it's the mirror. I called it polished, but I think it is mirrored. Here's the Marin. This one's kind of cool, a little bit bigger at the bottom. So I don't know about y'all, but when you put, sometimes if your silverware is too narrow on the bottom, like these ones to the far left, I'll show you here in a moment. That's the Jet. When you load it in your dishwasher, they go right through. So see these super, I love them. I really do. Like these are so cool to me, but there's no way to really load those into the dishwasher without all of the bottoms going right through the basket because they're so narrow. However, I love that set, the 20-piece set, $300 for that one. And you can get it in the black base right there, but yeah, that's my struggle with the ones that have that kind of really small bottom. They've got some great flatware in here. There was a whole other side that we did not get to. So this table, the ends of it have the leaf that kind of goes down, self-stores. This table I think is so awesome. The combination of the wood and the metal. So you're kind of like a modern farmhouse. You could even do rustic with this. I love that detail. And you can pair it with a bench. You can pair it with chairs. You can kind of mix and match. So this dinnerware was pretty. Had a little bit of a fleckle to it, kind of in that print. That was really pretty. Also love the area rug that is sitting on. It matches so well with those side chairs. Golly, I'm sorry. Some of these ended up a little bit blurry. It's trying to focus on the table instead of the tag. Everything is online, so if there's something that you see, we'll be able to find it on the Crate & Barrel website. But seriously, I love the way those chairs coordinate with that rug below. That is so perfect. Here is the sideboard with this set. It's all teak. That's so pretty. There was so much to see in the store that actually rewatching this, I'm loving rewatching it because I'm able to see things where I want to put certain things on my wish list. Another great dining set over here. Love the green. So the Amalfi is the rug, Amalfi navy rugs. That's the rugs below. I love the detail. I love this table also. I love how the legs kind of come up and they are part of the bench right there on the corners. Let's see if I can tell you which one this one is. There we go. It's the Terra. What is your feeling on the boucle fabric for a dining room furniture chair? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I think it looks pretty. I would worry in my busy household how that would hold up or how washable it is. But I don't have a lot of experience with that fabric, so that's why I'm looking for some feedback on that. Fantastic island over here. That one, $1,300, that's the Basque set. I actually have a Basque dining table. That's what I have right now at the place where we are. And I love it. I didn't realize I had a big island like that. Cute little bunnies over here. This large ruffle serving dish, this platter, $80. That is gorgeous. And we've got the bowl. That one is $50. So these are items that are going on my wish list because they are white and the base of all my entertaining items are white. Also, how cute are these little ceramic bunnies? That is $40 for that adorable platter. I do have some table linens in here. I love the little detail with the blue scallop along the edge. The one next to it had eyelets. So this is the Basque dining table set. I actually have this one in a really deep espresso finish, and ours has 2 benches each side, and then I actually paired it with those chairs from Kirkland's. This is their Easter garden party setup here. Very beautiful. Mine does not have the extension on it, so mine is just the table, no extensions. Crate & Barrel is a store I could probably get in more trouble spending in Crate & Barrel than I would in Pottery Barn if I had to choose between the two. Love that oval shape on that table. This one round paired with these black chairs. That's really pretty. I love the stone on the top of this table also. Very, very pretty. So that's kind of my aesthetic right there. Like I love the white dishes, the kind of just simple, clean, modern. Those two chairs were on casters, very pretty. Cute table over here. I'm going to show you the base on that one. It's got some good texture on there. Those gold candle holders, those are also pretty. And I love this sideboard, this kind of curvy front, the style of the doors, and the handles being the full length of those cabinets, I think is awesome. So we've got all sorts of candle holders over here. We'll browse through. We've got some wood, patina green, our nice classic black ones in here. Lots of glass. Glass doesn't show up too well on camera, but always fun to look at. These are iron ones down along the bottom. These are tea light holders, so you have that little bit of a bigger space on top. Candle holders down here, anywhere $25, $35 ballpark. You'll see the prices. Like I said, I loved that the price tags were so big. Some pretty creamy whites over here. Love these fun styles. Little tea light holders right there. Thought those were kind of fun. More tea light holders in here also. I love that kind of blue-green color glass. You can see that top right there. That's where you set that. The ones up top there, a little bit more of a glossy, creamy white color on those. Taper holders, those are really pretty. And then they did have these fragrances over here. There were some very, very fun fragrances. The Earl Grey bitters actually smelled really good. I wasn't sure what to expect with that one. I didn't like the white vetiver, but I did like those Earl Grey bitters. I thought that one was a fun fragrance. Back here, they've got all of the larger pottery and larger vases. That one up top, these are really big. $180 for the ones down below, also very, very large in size. I think those up top are so cool with that like angular handle. Some of our natural wovens in here, always kind of fun to warm up the look. So if you've not been to a Crate and Barrel and never seen Crate and Barrel yet, what do you think? Let me know in the comments. We still have a whole second floor to go through. We've got to go through some furniture upstairs. Downstairs was mostly the home decor, all of your kitchenware. I mean, you can do, they've got pots and pans and bakers and all sorts of, you can do a whole entire kitchen. I love the different textures on the neutrals, so they're not just kind of just a plain finish. That one is fun with the neutral finish, but then has that woven natural texture around it. And they do have a whole entire section of florals also. We'll just kind of glide around this area a little bit. I love this look in a vase. This kind of like, it's a little more whimsical, a little more like you just picked it outside. I love that look. Beautiful pinks and whites and soft greens. Love these. Another really cool dining table. Some really fun serveware items. This light fixture I thought was really neat also. So you'll see some of the tea light holders, the candle holders, all kind of used here now. There's the travertine napkin ring holders again. I love the color of the stain on this set. It's very pretty. That is the Hearth Oak side chair. And so it's the Hearth Oak table also. Those glass cabinets in the back, I love those. They're metal and glass. I love that combination of the metal and the glass. Beautiful area rug. I love those dining room chairs. These are the Anna chairs, and again, you can pick your fabrics, customize that how you want that to look. Some more beautiful dishes here. We've got that blue, that lovely cocoa color, and that cream. Table is the Palisades. And I'm telling y'all, we've got everything in here. We've got our wine glasses, we've got our dishes. This is the Marin set again. This is in a darker blue. I like that darker blue too. Beautiful table linens. And we've got our serveware for that same Marin set. All right, this cabinet comes in right about $2,500 for that one. I love the glass and the metal. I love that it's white inside. Those are great cabinets. We've got more entertaining items over here, more platters, bowls. I didn't purchase anything today, but I did create a list. And as I'm rewatching this, I'm making note of some things that I have on my wish list. We've got our little serveware items over here. That is a trivet right there, marble trivet. That one is $35. These have letters in them. So these are your alphabet trays. I love this one down here. These are solid marble. So those are your charcuterie boards. Here it is in wood, comes with your cheese set right there also built in. I think that's super fun. The wood pedestal marble bowl on the top, I thought that was also very unique. The colors in here, the greens, the little bit of like almost a peach. Those are so pretty. You know I have to go back here and check this bold black and white pattern. It's floral. It's so gorgeous. There we go. Try to get the color to adjust a little bit. Beautiful wood serving bowls. How many of you love to have a good wood serving bowl for salads? So these are great. These go great oven to table. I love that they have the wood trivet included with these items. Just set that on your table, bring it right out. You can have everything right there on the table, family style. This tray down here is the woven basket. It was so nice, very like nice and sturdy. And I'm so serious. You can get any size bowl, serveware. It's such a great store for kind of outfitting your kitchen. We've got acacia wood bowls over here. This one I like, so it's a chip and dip. That one's $50. All right, now we're upstairs. We're going to check out some of the furniture. Everything in here. The area rug, the table, it is gorgeous. So it's the retreat set. That one as styled comes in $6,400. That is not bad. With that fabric, that size, I mean, think about it. We looked at Haverty's the other day and it was like a $16,000 sectional. This one all day long over that other sectional. I love that natural woven lampshade. Such a pretty set. These chairs were so comfortable. Another really good sectional. The one thing that I do love about their furniture is you can, it's nice and deep. You can add some pillows. This is the Oceanside set. You don't fall into the sofa. Do you know what I'm saying? You know how sometimes you sit down on a couch and you just kind of keep going and you're like, I'm going to be on the floor. Their couches, I don't know what kind of cushions they use or whatever. They're like that, kind of like, for me, that perfect. Some great artwork. That lampshade and the lamp base had the same fabric. These chairs swivel, also very comfortable. I love that. Note that little marble table in between for drinks. I kind of love these end tables, the coffee table. With that wood inset in the inside there, that is really nice. Look at some of the fabrics on that couch. It is a very big couch. That's the contour couch. Again, you can pick your fabrics for that one. I also love that floor lamp in the far back there that comes, that arches over. I thought that one was really neat. And we know I love the chandelier in the middle of this room because it looks like bubbles. That floor lamp in the back, the glass with that blue shade, that was gorgeous. So these are the Kessler chairs. They also swivel. Nice clean lines on this couch. I loved the blue area rug. Gorgeous artwork. That credenza also along the back wall. The pattern on those doors, it just adds so much texture to the space. And paired next to this super cozy chair. Can you see yourself just curled up there, reading a good book, drinking a coffee? This sofa set right here also was very comfortable. Some of their furniture does sit a little bit lower, so if you're someone that does not like lower furniture, you might have to just look around a little bit more, but this particular set is called the Gatherwood. I'm one of those, if it's a lower piece of furniture but it's a firmer cushion, it's not so bad. I get in trouble if it's a lower piece of furniture and it's super cushy, because I'm going to have to roll off that on my hands and knees, and I don't want to do that. Isn't this olive green gorgeous? I also love the floor lamp in the back. That one was one of my favorites, super tall. The side table lamp also that coordinates on the left over there in the back is beautiful. This whole set felt very soothing to me. The color in the sofa, the light colors kind of in the wood. That is at the axis. I love that sectional though. Lots of good seating in there. But the stain on the table, that coffee table, the storage, the drawers in that, absolutely beautiful. I love the green. There was one of these we just saw a minute ago with black, that artwork. So this is a great big kind of wall unit you can customize. You can either do all bookcases, you could do that credenza in between. You could put a TV on the wall if you'd like in between. Again, very cozy chairs. I am so drawn back into this room, everything from the cabinets to these side chairs. There's a burl wood table in between, this leather. There's a lot of gorgeous textures and patterns in here. So we'll start back here and work our way forward. The cabinets again, the glass and the metal, absolutely gorgeous. The table to the right there also is an iron table. It's gorgeous. I love things like this. I love this kind of like metal detailed. So pretty. And we're going to check out those side chairs there also. They were so comfortable. Burl wood table also right there in between the chair and the sofa. I love how it's kind of just a free form shape. The lamps had almost a linen looking, I didn't want to call them burlap because it's not, it's definitely a linen. I thought those were so cool. The back of it kind of came up, it was a little kind of squiggly in shape. That leather sofa also was very comfortable. These side chairs were so comfortable. You know how when you sit back in a side chair, you've got the right height, kind of cradles your shoulders. It was very comfortable. The side chairs with this set over here also very comfortable. I also love the shape of the arms on those. That would be something I would pick. I like that look. Of course, see, we got to sit down, right? I'm telling you, I could have just sat there for a while. They were great. $1,200. That's not bad for that chair. Not bad at all. I don't find the pricing at Crate & Barrel to be outrageous by any stretch. I don't. I think it's very well priced for what you're getting. This would be a sofa set I would be in trouble getting out of. This is the Unwind. That is like a movie night. Get into that and you are there for the evening. I had my cousin test it out. She's like 10 years younger than me. She did just fine. But you can, move that around, set it up how you want that set up. That's a great thing with like modular furniture, is being able to set it up in your space the way that it works. I love that bench. I did laugh a little bit. I got to tell you, this chair I'm going to show you here to the right, friends, does that not look like a chair that you sat in the hospital? Like in labor and delivery, like your significant other was just chilling there. That's what that chair reminded me of. Oh my goodness. This green bedding is absolutely beautiful. I do love this nightstand. It's a good size. Very pretty stain on that one. And you can get, you'll see there's area rugs stacked up over there, but all your different items for the bathroom, towels, accessories, rug shower curtains. All the different marble trash cans and accessories. I think those are so pretty. Bedding, they've got a great selection of bedding also. A lot of linens. We had some sale items in here, more bathroom items over here, some shower curtains. Pretty patterns. So we've got florals, we've got more modern. I like that one a whole lot. So you can do headboards, dressers, all this good stuff. We'll just kind of slide through here a little bit as we head out. I loved this store. This is one of my favorite stores. We will definitely be back. The drive over was absolutely worth it from Orlando to Tampa to be back in a Crate and Barrel again. This is the blanket that I'm considering for my bedroom. I really love that look. They've got so many great options in this store though. They've got quilts, they've got duvets. Got linens, we've got some waffle textures. This one also, I like that one. All right, everyone. And with that, we are going to head out. Thank you so much for joining me today at Crate and Barrel. We will be back. I love this store. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. I appreciate all of you. I hope you're all having a beautiful weekend. I will see you in the next video. Take care, everyone, and be safe.